All right, welcome to the Starteryou Hotline. What's your name and where are you calling in from?
Hey, how you doing? My name is James. I'm calling in from Miller Grove Elementary.
Okay, actually, what school are you calling in from, bro?
I'm just joking. Broward County in Florida.
Okay, Florida. Your name is James.
hmm
Um, okay,
Yeah, I'm an incoming sophomore.
incoming sophomore. Okay,
Yeah,
at what school
U
you said?
Miami. U Miami, but I'm from Broward County.
Okay, you Miami. And what's your major if you have one?
Data analytics with a minor in what's it? Computer science.
Computer science. Okay, and why are you calling in? What's the issue here?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm an incoming sophomore, and I've done my freshman year, taken some pretty cool classes, but I feel like I just have too much free time on my hands. I'm trying to do something else, whether it be, I know they've been talking about internships, um, or work, something along those lines. Just want to
Something to fill your
hear what
time.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me ask. Are you in any clubs or organizations at all?
I tried to attend the Data Analytics Society, but I mean, I stopped attending after a couple meetings, so
And
I
why
don't
is
really know
that?
what else. It's kind of far from me. I live off campus, but
Okay.
I guess if I needed to, I could go.
Okay, and have you tried looking into any other organizations? Because usually there's a lot, especially, I mean, you're at U Miami. I know at my school we had probably over 100 with like almost every single niche, and even if there wasn't one, like there wasn't a crypto club, so I started one. So you could even start something if you don't, if there's not something that interests you.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been looking. My friend kind of brought me to that club, but I guess I could start. But like, how does that help me in terms of getting jobs and stuff? Because I'm just trying to fill my time.
Yeah, well, that is first of all, a club really shouldn't take up too much of your time. Like I was running the clubs and still had an internship during the school year, so it's not going to take up too much of your time where you can't do the job. But it just helps you get out there and have something to occupy your time and meet new people and start networking around. And it also you can add it to your resume as well on top of that. But in terms of the actual job, have you done any sort of hunting, or where's your resume? What's your resume look like? Have you made one? Where are you in this process?
I mean, I know all freshmen were required to, or at least in my group, required to kind of, I don't know, take like some course on writing a resume. So I have like a rough draft, but I don't really know like where to send it and stuff. Like I know we have like a career center, but I don't really know what else to do besides that.
Okay, yeah. Usually, career centers aren't going to help you actually get the job, but what they can probably do is tweak your resume and at least just make sure it's up to industry standards. So, the first thing I would do is go over to them, book an appointment, take your resume there, and have them work it up and make sure that it looks presentable before you're even going to start the job hunting process. That's step one. Step two is making sure that you've added everything on your resume that you've done. So add the club that you just told me about. Even if you barely went to it, just add it. If you've done any other side projects, because again, you have no work experience, so your resume is going to be pretty naked. So that's why I'm also telling you to get involved in other things, so at least you can put them, even if it's day one you just joined the organization or club, you're valid to put it on your resume. So just get involved in 2 to 3 other things. Show up a couple times, whatever you can. You might find something interesting. You might meet some good people, and put it on your resume. And then you're finally probably ready to start your job hunting process. And the next thing I would do, I meant to say, is starting getting signed up on probably the big three are going to be LinkedIn, Indeed, and Handshake. And although they're not incredibly useful, you have to start somewhere. So make sure, do you have a LinkedIn profile set up or no?
Uh, I think I made one. LinkedIn. Let me think. I probably made one like in high school, but
Okay, so
I
it's
haven't
not
used
touched
it.
at all. It's probably terrible, right?
Yeah, yeah, I haven't been on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you okay. So first, after everything I've already said, I hope you're taking note. Go on LinkedIn, log in, and look at your account, and basically copy all the stuff that's on your resume onto your LinkedIn profile. just copy and paste everything over. You can add additional stuff too, of course. Anything that you weren't able to put on your resume, put that on your LinkedIn profile, and sign in and make your profile as well on Indeed, and I would say Handshake and Starteryou as well, just because you should be using as many free platforms as possible at the moment. If you're going to be job hunting, if you're only using LinkedIn, you're cutting yourself short. Okay, and after that, after you have all of your profiles and all of your platforms set up, so you have as many resources as possible, and after you went through your career center and had your resume buffed up, I would then try to figure out what route. So, what are you're looking for a job in data analytics, or are you looking just for anything or internships?
I mean, as long as I don't know, I'm just trying to make money, you know.
Okay, so you mainly care about income. Okay, so you don't really. It doesn't need to pertain to your major. Okay, well then I would even dive into even more platforms. If you have any skill set, you can go on Fiverr and list yourself. Helping out with whatever your skill. I don't know what you're good at, but you could go on Fiverr. You could go on Snag a Job. You could go on any of these other more niche platforms that you can look up, like niche job boards, and because you're just trying to find a job in general. So it doesn't really matter what you use and it doesn't matter what you're applying to. So get your hands in as many baskets as possible and sign up to all these platforms. And usually I would probably spend maybe an hour, 2 hours a day just sending out applications. And on top of that, I would start asking around at your school in your career center if they're familiar with any jobs that are off campus, but that they have relationships with. So usually schools have close relationships with some small businesses or some small companies in the nearby area. So ask them. It couldn't hurt. Again, you need to be doing as much as you can, so nothing should be off the table. And another thing that I would actually suggest is you can actually look up some of the chambers of commerce in your town where you go to school. And there's actually a lot of small businesses that are probably looking to hire, because I know a lot of those types of companies would come and post on Starteryou, but we don't have all of them. So go on and maybe shop around the member directory of a chamber of commerce. And you can see a list of all the organizations. Usually their contact information is private, some might be public, but at least go to those websites, and you can even, most of the websites have a contact form, right? So go to these websites that are locally in your area, 15-minute, 10-minute drive, and fill out the contact forms on their website, introducing yourself and talk about, you're looking for a position, if there's anything open. Obviously, you can go in person to these places as well, since you found where they are and their address. But it's probably just a lot more effective for you to just fill out forms or maybe find contact information on their websites and just sending direct emails, because I guarantee you they probably get zero of those. Zero people would actually go to a small business's website and look up their email address and send a personalized email asking for a role, like a part-time job or something like that. So you're not going to have any competition compared to when you're using normal big platforms like LinkedIn or Indeed. How does that sound?
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I guess I could start applying, but like, how long do you think it'll take for me to actually like get something?
Well, if you're using all of the methods that I just listed, I would suggest, I would estimate you'd probably get a job or at least an interview in maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks max. So I would utilize everything that I just said, and it probably shouldn't take too long because, again, you're not looking for a specialized job, you're not looking for a high up job. You're just looking to get your hands dirty and make some income while you're in school. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. There might even be malls nearby your school as well. So what you could do is visit those stores in the malls and ask them if they're doing any hiring. You can also ask if they have hiring for any of the corporate level positions, like if it's a Macy's or a GameStop, stores like that where they do actually probably have a corporate office somewhere. Maybe you're in Florida, so it's pretty big. So I'm sure there's a lot of big organizations down there. So I
Yeah, I
would
mean,
do that
like
too.
in high school, I was a lifeguard for 2 years, but I haven't really done much else.
Yeah, lifeguard is like a very high school job. So you should just trying to do something else. And regardless, I tell that to everyone, like you should be trying to have as many jobs as you can when you're younger. instead of just going back to the same job over and over again, because you'll meet new people in the new job. You'll be able to add something new on your resume instead of just saying you were a lifeguard for 5 years or you were a camp counselor for 3 years. It's just the same thing over and over again. You want a diversification of jobs so you can build different skills in each of these different jobs because they're not all the same responsibilities, and meeting a bunch of new people. And on top of that, now your resume looks way bigger because you have all of these random jobs that you've done and you're more of a generalist than just a one trick pony. So definitely don't go back to that. Maybe as a last resort you can, but try the methods I just suggested and start applying to different things that are not lifeguard, that are not around a lifeguard.
All right, thank you, man. I'll definitely keep those in mind. Is there anything else I should be doing, like my GPA or something like that?
Yeah, well, the jobs you're looking for, your grades aren't really going to matter too much, and you're super young, so it's really not gonna, matter on your resume at all as long as you keep it above. I'd say a 3.1, a 3.2. Just try to keep it above that, and you should be able to get your foot into the door in any of these types of jobs. Even probably a 3.0 is fine. And I would say maybe another thing you can do is attend some virtual events. I'm sure your school probably has a lot of workshops and webinars and things like that. And Starteryou does a bunch too. So you can subscribe to our calendar. And you should just be trying to build your network as much as possible. You're at the perfect age to start making sure your network is ready, because by the time you graduate, it's only going to be 100 times harder to find a role, right? So you need to make sure while you're young, you take advantage of this and the time that you have, and you need to be talking to as many people as possible and building up your digital Rolodex of people that know you or people that you can reach out to if you ever need anything. Start now.
All right, thank you, man. And your name was?
Michael Berlingo, and you can find me on LinkedIn as well. And if you ever need anything, just send me a DM. Inbox is pretty full, but just it's worth it. And you can always just sign up to Starteryou. There's a lot of educational stuff there, and you can attend any of our events if you have time. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who are, you could just see my posts in general and the people I at, and there's a lot of great resources that I send around on LinkedIn too in my LinkedIn posts. So there should be plenty of stuff there for you.
All right, thank you, Mike.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you.